Hello, everybody. Get yourselves ready because we're about to take it to the mic stand. I see there. I saw that was one other person in here, so I welcome you, and I hope while we'll wait and see if anybody else shows up as time goes on here. I do appreciate, of course, likes and shares. If you want to help me out with that, get the algorithm up, see if we can get some more people in here to be part of the conversation. Um, so I know that does seem to be. Oh, there, yeah, back go. Da 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 da. Good evening. Good evening. Back go. We got three people in here. Yay, three people. Good evening. Back go. Da 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 da. Back go. Da 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 da. Back go. Da 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 da. Back go. Da 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 da. Anyways, so I'm glad you're all here. Let's see. Oh man, now it says I'm down to one person. Oh boy. And I know Batgo, you warned me before that a lot of times the count will go. That rocks. Yep. I know you warned me that sometimes the count will flutter about. So, um, but still, Anyways, so Batgo, if there is other people in here, how'd your weekend go? It jumps up and down. Yeah. Back up to three. Yeah. So Batgoat and the I know there's one other person in here. It looks like let's see, Jana Stewart. Hey, Mike. Hope you're doing. Yes, I am, Jana. Welcome to the mic stand. I'm glad you're here. I'm just giving it a few minutes to see if we can get some more people in here. And then I'll kind of let you guys know what's up. There's kind of just give you an idea of a general rundown of what I do with my shows. It's I basically Monday through Thursday. It's usually a like a night. It's kind of a nightly newscast, but more niche news than anything else, like anime, manga, cartoons, comics, pro wrestling. I go through some news articles, read them off, give some commentary, discuss back and forth with people in the chat, some of it, and then towards the end, I do something called "This Day in Niche History," which is kind of a "This Day in History" segment. And then Friday is my panel show. Right now, of course, Matt Goat is acting as my co-host, and we are looking through old comics. So let me get caught up on the chats here. Hello, Jana. Okay. Hey, Bat Goat. Hi, Mike. Bat Goat. Hey, Woody. How you doing, man? Woody. What would Woody do back in '62? Driving classic cars, drinking in the bars. What would Woody do? What would Woody do? Yeah, excuse me just one moment, ladies and gents. Lady and gents. All right, I'm back. So we got four people in here. That's a good number to start out with. Um, Jana, were you over on Tugstream? Just curious. All right, yes. Since the chat comes up here in StreamYard, I got a bunch of windows open here. So, again, welcome to my stream. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Woody Mueller. Yes. Well, I hope you'll enjoy the content. I do have 3 stories tonight that I'll be going through. We're just past the 5 minute mark. We'll just wait to see who else kind of comes in and give it a couple more minutes. Yeah, Tug has um, been promoting stream. Very cool. Yeah. Well, he told me before that he is subscribed to my channel. It's just it's hard to tell if he's getting my notifications or if he's watching or not because I guess he's one of those who doesn't show his subscriptions. I know there are people who can actually do that. In other words, when I see the people who are subscribed to me, I don't see everybody who's subscribed to me because many of them, you know, won't, don't show their subscriptions or, who they're subscribed to or anything like that. So that was my only thing about that. But I do appreciate everybody for coming on and thank you guys again for joining me. Let's see, about 6.5 minute mark here with 4 of us in here. I guess I can probably get started pretty quickly here. Let's see. Bat Goat said something. Okay. I can't see all of my subs. A whopping 32 of them. Hmm. Yeah, I had 32 at one point. I appreciate all of them. Yes, and I appreciate all my 103 subs as well. I actually got a new sub over the weekend. Yeah, somebody Crow's Nest or something. I know their name starts with a C, but yeah, I got a new subscriber, so I'm up now to like 103 subscribe back up to 103 subscribers. So that's cool. Um, let's see. Now we're coming up on the 8 minute mark. I give it till 10. Yeah, Jana, how'd your weekend go? Do anything exciting over the weekend here? Hmm. Thanks for asking. Had a great weekend. You had a great weekend, huh? Want to tell everybody about it? Chat it up. A lot of fishing. Oh, so you're a bit of an outdoors woman there, Jana? A lot of fishing, huh? You a bit of an outdoors woman there, Jana? Yes, love the outdoors. Hmm, that's cool. A lot of fresh air and all that. So a lot of fresh air that fresh air and exercise is what people need more of, not less of. Um. Anyway, so we're up to the 10 minute mark. So I'm gonna go ahead and Well, give me one quick second. I gotta do something here off screen real fast. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Let's see what in Alabama weather is great now. Yeah, being in the southeast there, southeast portion of the country. Yeah, you probably do have a lot of outdoorsy stuff going on. It's warmer down there. You're closer to the equator. The temp, okay, Bat Note says the temp finally started dropping here in Minnesota. Can't wait for winter proper. Live for the cold. Yeah, we're here where I'm at in Southern California. We're getting cooler too. We're down in the highs of 60. In fact, had some rain over the weekend. And of course, last night we had a bit of a power outage here near my house. Um, Heard conflicting reports, may have been blown transformers or down power line or some kind of effect, but we were basically without power for about 4 or 5 hours. So that wasn't too keen. All right. Well, anyways, um, I got three stories to go through tonight. A couple from the world of comics and one from the realm of television. Yeah, it was a bummer. It was driving myself a little crazy, but decided to go for a walk and assess the damage, as it were. Wasn't too bad. In terms of like just the extent of how far the power outage went. So it wasn't too bad. But anyways, um, sorry about that. Um, so yeah, so as I said, I got a couple of comic stories. I got a Rooster Teeth story to go over as well. Got three stories we can kind of go through here. Um, so without no further ado, let's get started. Okay, this is the first one right here. I'm gonna go through. Okay, now Marvel Comics reuses almost entire interior art between two issues of latest X-Men series. Wonder what that's all about. Let's see what's going on here. The latest issue of Marvel Comics X-Men has reused interior art from a previous issue. In a move that sees customers paying full price for what is mostly the same book with different wording. Oh, oh boy. Yeah, that I could see getting a lot of people upset. Basically, paying for the almost the exact same product with the exception of just some wording changes. As part of Marvel's current X of Swords event, writer Jonathan Hickman and artist um, Lenil Francis used X-Men Volume 5, Number 12, centers on a mutant's history of Araco and the fallen world of Ament, and features interior art depicting an account of one of Apocalypse's earliest conquest as told to him from the perspective of Summoner, the son of Apocalypse's first horseman of war. Here's, I guess, some of the artwork right here with some of the guys have some Yeah, there. I guess those are the four horsemen right there. Four horsemen of apocalypse. This is from X Men Volume 5, Issue 12, 2020. Two issues later, in X Men Volume 5, number 14, the same story is recounted again to Apocalypse, this time as recalled by his long lost wife, Genesis. Okay, so yeah, different wording. I mean, I guess if you're taking the same general stuff and just giving a different perspective on it, that's somewhat okay. I mean, you got it. You got one perspective from the son of one of his horsemen. You get another perspective, another version of it from the perspective of his former wife. So, or his long lost wife, as they put it here. Traditionally, if two separate issues depict the same scene, and especially if the issues feature two different artists, the respective artist of each issue will redraw the scenes in their own style in order to keep a sense of visual consistency. However, rather than feature new artwork illustrating Arako's history by primary issue artist Mahmoud Azrar, Marvel instead opted to reprint used interior artwork from X Men number 12, changing only the word bubbles to tell the tale from Genesis' point of view. And here we go, looking at the artwork again, and the wording and the bubbles will probably be, as I said, a little bit different because being given the from the perspective of a different character, obviously. X Men Volume 5, Issue 14, 2020. At a length of 15 pages, including its mid issue title page, the history of Arako takes up a majority of both issues' total page count of 22. A physical side by side comparison of the issues, as provided by Twitter user at Science Jesus, can be seen below. Calls himself the doctor at Science Jesus. Marvel bleeping recycled 14 out of 22 pages of art from X-Men 12 in X-Men 14 and had the bleeping gall to charge $3.99. This is absolute unacceptable. I think it should be absolutely unacceptable. But what do you make of Marvel's reusing their artwork for X-Men number 14? Well, does anybody have any thoughts on that you'd like to share? I'm gonna be right back here. He sounds a teeny bit upset. Yeah, well, I mean, I mean, with the exception of the matter of the difference in perspective, between two characters, like telling the same story from one character's perspective in one issue, and then another character's perspective in another issue, and they use the exact same artwork. I would I could see where that might make a few people angry. I mean, yeah, you know, I don't think people mind getting different perspectives as long as they get the full different perspective. You know, let one artist do one person's perspective from, you know, and let another artist do another person's perspective. You know, change it up a bit. You know, but of course, as we've talked about over the last, you know, as Tug's probably talked a lot about, as Yellow Flash has talked a lot about, a lot of times these people just don't get it. You know, it's like they just figure, oh, we'll just throw out whatever we want or whatever, you know, whatever suits us, and you know they'll keep buying it. They'll keep giving us their money. Yeah, we'll keep they'll keep giving us their money because they're too bleeping, and you know they're too bleeping to to just to um to not really do anything about it. See, Jana's got something to say here. Let's see what she's got to say. All major comics are under the gun, and I think it is great. People are calling them out. Hmm. Yeah, they're in real trouble now. Well, the other story I'm going to go through here really will illustrate that. Yeah, the other story, the next story here, I'm going to go through Batgoat is going to really, really illustrate that very point. Um, um, so, anyways, let me go back here to this next one. Peter Parker, you're fired. Disney axes two top Marvel employees. Marvel in latest. Okay. Okay. Disney axes two top Marvel employees. Marvel in latest round of job cuts. Now, of course, this has been going on both as if you guys have been hearing and stuff like that. This has been going on with both DC and Marvel, where they've been going through some major downsizing over the last few months. A lot of people are getting fired. A lot of people are, people are getting fired. People are getting let go. Some people are just quitting. But you're seeing, like, particularly from those two companies, a lot of downsizing. Um, a lot of downsizing. And here's the latest round of downsizing from Marvel. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. The trimming of Disney's labor force continues as two of Marvel's top employees have been let go by the House of Mouse. Now, can you imagine that for a moment? Can you imagine that for a moment? A mouse coming along and telling you you're fired. Now listen here, you. Look here, you, you poopy head. You're fired. You're fired. You heard me. You're fired. Can you imagine sitting there getting fired by Mickey Mouse? Oh boy, that'd be so. That'd be. I'm Mickey. I'm Mickey Mouse, and I'm gonna tell you, you're fired. Oh boy. And then I guess here's a live action picture of guy playing Iron Man from the Iron Man movie. Oh yeah, and you might see the related here. Marvel Comics New Warriors. Okay, okay. Um, yeah, never mind. Actually, I don't know if you guys have heard that story too, but New Warriors silently got canned. So I don't know if you guys heard about that one either. But anyways, back to this story here. Um, According to a report from comic book news outlet Bleeding Cool, Disney has parted ways with both Marvel Comics publisher John Neese and Marvel Entertainment producer Judith Judy Stevens. In addition to Nee, okay, John Nee, I thought it was Neese, but anyways, and Stevens, Bleeding Cool also noted that a handful of staffers at Marvel Comics have in quote in parentheses there, I guess they didn't initially put it in there, but or said it that way, have been made officially redundant at various departments and levels, though none in comic book editorial. So here's Judy Stevens and Sana Amanat, host of Women of Marvel podcast. So okay, so I guess Judy Stevens is the one on the left there. Okay, I don't know if I should ask it, but uh, anyways, sorry, I gotta go off screen. Oh wait, looks like Bat Goat. Bat Goat's got a couple things to say here. Can you imagine your legacy being a mouse, Walt Disney? Uh, Save space. No. Yeah, save space uh, and Snowflake are gone, gone. They're gone, gone. They're down, 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 down. Gravity. They went down, down, down. Little schoolhouse rock for you, for those of you who are a little older. They look like a hoot. Yeah, excuse me for one quick moment here. Anyway, so back to the article then. Um, a version of the nerd culture scene, or no, I'm sorry, a veteran of the nerd culture scene, Nee previously served as the president of Wildstorm prior to its sale to DC, and subsequently senior VP of business development at DC until he departed the company in 2010 to found board game and trading card publisher Cryptozoic, where he was able to acquire the licensing rights to such popular series as Adventure Time, Ghostbusters, The Walking Dead, and Rick and Morty. First joining Marvel in 2018, Nee's tenure as publisher saw him acquiring the League of Legends, Warhammer, and Ultraman licenses and receiving an Ink Spot Award in 2019 for his contributions to the quote unquote nerd industry. Some artwork right there. Um, During her tenure at Marvel, Stevens worked primarily in the company's entertainment division, serving as producer and host of various offerings, including such series as Marvel Becoming, Marvel Make Me a Hero, This Week in Marvel, and the Women of Marvel podcast. Unlike Nee, Stevens publicly announced her departure from Marvel, talking to her Twitter account to inform her followers that Marvel and I said goodbye today. She also she also and noted, okay, there's a bit of a typo there, I guess, that she was quote unquote working through my emotions as I mourn my career over the last 14 years. Oh, the oh, mourning your 14-year career. Oh, a little hyperbolic and melodramatic when you say, ah, a little melodramatic right there, I would say, on her. You had to say here. Don't know who she is, but am convinced she deserved this. Well, with such a statement, I would almost have to agree. So, that statement right there was pretty hyperbolic. Yellow Flash 2 has some great info on the Marvel and Disney. Listen, I've watched some of his videos. You know, I watch him here and there. Like basically, Marvel and DC are both going downhill. Um, I don't watch everything because it's like when it comes to like mainstream Hollywood, I'm just not interested. You know, I know they've been making a lot of comic book movies the last few years, but Flash is a man. Yep, he and Tug are pretty cool on the comic side of things. Let's see. So this is Judy, the cosplay wrangler. Oh, okay. So she calls herself the cosplay wrangler, and then her Twitter ad is OMG DJ. Okay, OMG. I don't even know what that little OMG DJ Judy. Okay. Amidst fears that these high-profile departures could signal an even more widespread set of layoffs, particularly in the wake of Disney's September cut of 28,000 employees. As I mentioned earlier, there's been a lot of downsizing going on with the big two. Leading Cool stated they had been told that these specific cuts were not the beginning of a drip drip in quotation marks there. However, this secondhand assurance did little to assuage concerns, as the same day Disney simultaneously announced that numerous divisions would be seeing cuts, including ESPN, Searchlight Pictures, and the studio's marketing arm and their Broadway based theatrical stage team. That's an interesting makeup job right there. While exact numbers have not been reported for all of Disney's affected branches, Deadline reports that ESPN will see the loss of several hundred employees, and Searchlight Pictures will see the dismissal of six of their team members. What do you make of these layoffs? Do you believe this is an isolated incident, or does it point to a larger wave of job losses? Let us know on social media or in the comments down below. So it's it's basically the culmination of a just what we've been talking about for what, last year and a half here. It seems like it's a culmination of the saying "get woke, go broke." You know, it looks like there've been okay, yeah, we already saw that. Come geek some is great too. Yeah, I saw more of his Vic stuff. Again, I'm not as into the mainstream Hollywood stuff. I know very little and really have very little interest in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff, quite honestly. But I've heard that and haven't checked out any vids. That goat, he is really informative. Cool, cool. I'll put on my watch list. Great. Tug is on there with him all the time. Yeah, well, yeah, and I know that because I know that Tug and Yellow Fly, they're actually two of the guys who inspired me to start doing my own video here. Last year, when I saw their cover, when I was watching their coverage early on in the Vic Mignogna situation, I just, I decided to start giving it a shot myself to do some videos. So and now I live stream. So awesome. He also covers JD and AH, but he covers all the gaming and comics. Yeah, Yellow Flash. From what I know about Yellow Flash and Tug, they both started out more in the comics genre, and then eventually it kind of, from what I've seen, it evolved from comics to like mainstream media. Obviously, cancel culture is a big part of all that. We saw it in Vic's case. Obviously, it's going on with Johnny Depp now. That I know one of the stories that Yellow Flash was doing that I kind of was following a little bit was the Ellen DeGeneres story about how she's possibly now being pushed out of her show. So, yeah, I'm all about the geek laugh out loud, but I'm a general purpose geek. I like aviation, DIY cars, and World War II stuff. And that go, full well we'll be getting into some of that in our discussions on Friday. Um, Gina, just to give you a little heads up, on Fridays, what I've been doing is the last couple of Fridays. We started a couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago. I've been kind of going through a historical retrospect of comics history. Went all the way back to the very beginning in 1933. Comic books have basically been around for the last 87 years. So we've been going through a lot of that. So I hope you'll join. I hope you'll come back and join us, of course. Hope you'll come to catch some of that too, because of course, um, you know, and I look at one of the two things I look at when I do my coverage of stuff. I look at communication aspects and connection. So those are two of my big things right there. People are too sensitive now. Cancel everyone that don't like that, don't like. Okay. Um, I know cancel culture is the worst. Mike, I subscribed. I will be there as much as I can. Well, thank you, Jane. I appreciate your subscription. I hope to see you here more often. Hopefully, you'll find the information. I hope you'll find the streams informative and entertaining. You'll learn a few. A lot of people can tell you'll learn quite a bit about stuff that you never thought you would. Good to have you, Jana. Okay, so let's see now. Anyway, so yeah, so we got through two of the three stories here. Um, so let's get to the third one I was going to cover. It's this one right here. And I know that Hero Hay did a video on this as well, I believe. Um, some of our old buddies from Rooster Teeth. Excuse me one moment while I go off screen for a sec. Um, Here we go. Oh, you guys got a couple of comments here, so let me catch those. Rooster Teeth, boo! Yeah, laugh out loud. That was not right. Everyone that don't like what you do, they want to cancel you. Sorry for this. That's okay. Sometimes you're typing and you're typing so fast that sometimes your fingers will sometimes just get so twisted up you can't even figure out what you're doing. It happens. So, anyways, let's look at this. Excuse me one more time. Sorry. Go off camera one more time here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back now. And I do thank you for the engagement as well, Jana. That's cool. I always like to hear from people as we're going through this stuff. Okay, so Rooster Teeth's home streaming app installation bricks Apple TV, reports achievement hunters Gavin free. Okay, I know that Carol Hay did a report on this the other day as well. So the launch of Rooster Teeth's new TV home streaming app continues to present more problems than expected. As employee Gavin Free has revealed, the app has caused irreparable damage to his Apple TV micro console. So, as I understand it, I think this guy right here with the red shirt, the beard, and all that, I think that might be Gavin. I think this guy's name is Gabriel. I think this right here is Barbara Dunkelman. I don't know who this guy is, but that's basically the people who are involved in this. Um, Anyways, the existence of a rooster, the existence of a Rooster Teeth specific streaming app was first revealed last month alongside the announcement that the company would be quote unquote removing all Ruby from the animation YouTube channel, and we will not be posting Volume 7 there in order to direct more traffic to the app. Despite Rooster Teeth's insistence that their app would make series such as Ruby or Red versus Blue easier to watch, And on YouTube, Achievement Hunter host Gavin Free recently divulged that his attempt to install the app on his Apple TV uh, bricked the device. Yeah, and I know that Hero Hay played some of that video too. It was like the going back up here. The guy with the glasses, I think his name's Gabriel. There were times he was going, no, 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 no. Like everybody else was trying to downplay what Gavin was saying. It seemed like from when okay. He has some graphics right there. Or like a couple. Just to let you know, pronounce my name as about just oh Jana. Is it Jana as opposed to Jana? Because when I first saw your name, I thought there initially I thought there was a Y in there, but then saw there was no Y. So it's Jana then? Is that what you're saying, Jana? Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Uh, she comes in colors everywhere. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for the clarification, Jana. Um, make sure to mentally make that note so that well, I obviously I'd want to be respectful and pronounce your name correctly as best I can. Thank you for the clarification. So, anyways, moving on with the story here. During the most recent episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast, tiny quote, tiny Japanese trucks are my life now, unquote. Uh, Free is seen, or rather unseen, in the beginning of the episode, having difficulties with his camera, resulting in his screen presenting nothing but a black square. Um, Upon his return, Free informs the panel that he is having a tech nightmare at the moment, or he is having a tech nightmare at the moment, and recalls how his trouble started not with his camera, but with his Apple TV and the Rooster Teeth app. I guess this is the title card for the show. Firstly, firstly, I thought, sweet, I'm going to check out the new living room app, explained Free. And when I was installing it, the Apple TV broke. It like bricked it. Free's comment, um, Free's comments were quickly met with denial and pushback as co-host Gus Sorolla, which I believe is the guy with the glasses. Okay, so I thought his name was Gabriel, but it's Gus, and Barbara Dunkelman, the girl in the bottom right-hand corner, both declared that the issue was not related to the app, to our app. Free then Free would then state, obviously, this issue had nothing to do with the app. But before he could elaborate on his statement or explain the actual effects that resulted in the bricking of his Apple TV, Sorolla challenged the audience to prove Gav wrong, prove Gav wrong by downloading the apps for themselves, shifting the direction of the conversation. Yeah, because having one of your co-hosts totally trash the very app you're trying to promote and the very means to try to get more direct engagement is not a good thing. Not at all. I think we can all agree with that, right? Anonymity's here. Hello, Anonymity. Let's see. Damn it, Woody, now I have to crank up some old stones. Laugh out loud. Um, hey, just off driving home. Hey, Anonymity, welcome to the stream. Anon. Evening, sir. Laugh out loud. Ha ha ha. What a buffoon. Yeah. You're talking about Sorolla. Yeah. Does kind of look like a buffoon. They all kind of look like buffoons. But, anyways, what is this? Um, People from Rooster Teeth acting themselves. Ha ha ha. Hero Hey video in there. Yeah, and I mentioned that earlier because, as I said, Hero Hey did some videos on this thing too. Yeah, Hero. I won't even pirate Rooster Teeth garbage. Laugh out loud, unpiratable. Man, man, that's gotta suck. You've turned off everybody so badly they won't even pirate you. That means they just gonna choose not to watch it at all. That's that should tell you something right there. There was a good lad. Yeah. Ha ha ha! Damn straight. Oh yeah. Anyways, back to the story here. Anime YouTuber Hirohei took particular issue with Sorolla and Dunkelman's reactions, stating in his coverage that the two could keep denying it, but that's not actually going. Oh wait, no. Okay, hold on. Anime Hirohei took particular. Oh yeah, it was that the two could keep denying it, but that's not actually going to change reality. And summarizing their responses as an attempt to brush this under the rug and defend the mega corporate, which he did say that. I do because I saw that video. He said all of that. I can verify that that was what he said in the video. And I saw it. However, this is not the only reported issue with the app thus far, as when a fan sought help in getting the app to function on his Xbox One, Rooster Teeth's Justin Moreno informed him that there is a known issue with the app not being compatible with a limited amount of older TV models. I think, and I actually do think that Hirohei mentioned that too. Um, we are going to be pushing out another update to fix this in the coming days, Moreno assured. What do you make of Free's statement? Do you think he's telling the truth or joking around? Let us know your thoughts on the media or in the comments down below. My impression is he probably is telling the truth on that. Um, because the way that the other co-hosts are responding, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you saying this? Please let's move on before people start yelling at us. Um, I saw it. There was some. Yay, hero! Hero is right. Hero is right. Yeah, he's a good guy. He does on the anime side of it. He does some good analysis. Um, Excuse me for a moment here. All right. Anyways, let's see. Wow, those three stories went super fast. Yeah, 56 minutes, so we're almost at the hour mark here. Um, yeah. So my viewpoint on all that was just I think that Gavin may have been in fact saying the truth there because you look at how those however how his other co-hosts are responding to him. It's like they're trying to get out of that situation as fast as they can. It's like they're trying to deflect the situation ASAP because they don't want they don't want to get into it. Anyway, sorry about that. Um, yeah. Oh, Jana, you're kind of newer here. Like, what are just some of your what would you how would you rank your among like anime, comics, cartoons, manga? Um, how would you like which of those niches? How would you rank them from like most interested to least interested? You know how between anime, comics, cartoons, manga. How would you rate your? I'm asking Janet and other people can answer it as well. How would you rate your level of interest in each of those niches? Am I the only one here who's not a moderator? A moderator. Um, yeah, I went through and I made people moderators pretty quick off the bat. At the suggestion of one of my moderators who hasn't been here in a while, Gelf. Um, but I've had some people coming on recently that I haven't like made moderators as of yet. Just you know, yeah. Ha ha ha. We've been here for a while, Jenna. Yeah, like anonymity, backgoat, um, action toys. Those were three of my first guys who were here more. Action toys is not here tonight, but Woody came on, and I had him on for a couple of streams. So um, my great grandfather was a collector, and I still have his comics. Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing too. Is that sometimes like, and we've seen a lot of this with Tug and Lug too. How Tug is trying to pass on to Lug um, an appreciation for comics as well. If you got into if you got into this, Jana, due to your grandfather, I think you'll enjoy what we're doing on Friday nights because I'm taking like as Batgoat described it, I kind of am taking a deep dive into comics. I'm looking at word usage. I'm looking at how they tell the stories. That's some interesting stuff. As I pointed out, comics back in the very beginning were more anthologies. They weren't features as much yet. Anthologies where they had a bunch of different stuff. So, let's see. Yelth that turd. Yeah, I was kind of hoping he was going to come on, but I guess since he couldn't yell at you, I guess he just wasn't interested. Gelth has been dealing with some stuff. I think. Yeah, I know. I'd heard that too. I've heard there's been some. I guess it's some health issues. I haven't like. I'm not as fully aware of the exact extent, but I did hear that too. Very nice, Jana. Grandpa's comic collection is a thing of beauty. My grandpa did coins. Yeah, well, and Batgoat, you might remember this when we were looking at those comics on Friday. And this is one of the things I always point out. Um, now, you know, and some of your great grandfather's comics, Jenna, you might have seen this too. Like some of the older comics, from the very beginning back in the 30s, I think even well into the 50s, a lot of them were like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Highlight magazine in the doctor's offices, but a lot of them were like that, where they had a mix of stuff. So let me catch some of these other. I am disappointed on the outcome of how the comics are taking advantage of the old school people. Yeah. Stamps, I mean, laugh out loud. Yeah, well, as you remember, Bat Goat, we saw some collectors pages in the comics that we were looking at Friday. So, um, I have my grandpa's tools and golf clubs. Yeah, actually, when I was, when I was like middle school, high school age, um, there were a few times I actually went golfing with my grandfather too. That's cool times. Old golf clubs would be cool. I was not asking to be one, just haven't seen anyone else chatting. Yeah, I mean, I'm still, I just started streaming back in August. Okay. So let me give you a quick history here of my situation, Jenna. I've actually had a YouTube account since 2013, but I did not actually start actually uploading video, recording and uploading videos until last May of 2019 during the whole Vic Mignogna saga. I'd started to watch some of the coverage of like Tug and Yellow Flash and Hero Hey and them, and then I wanted to become part of the conversation more. So I decided to start doing videos of my own, and I have and you go to my channel, you'll see that I have a bunch of playlists. I have VA profiles, and you go back to some of my on the mic stuff, which were more like kind of the more stagnant videos, like kind of one day each of the news item. Had some profile pieces in there. I also have some profiles I'm do other like I have VA profiles called Voices Big and Small. I have a profile thing I'm doing called Squared Circle Calendar, which is looking back, kind of taking a retrospective look at professional pro wrestling starting from 1975. So I've done a number of, since I started uploading videos, I've done a number of things, and I just started streaming here back in, well, technically I had some even before that in July, just trial streams to see if how things would go. So I'm still trying to get people um, come and watch my stuff because I think they would enjoy, you know, the amount of information I have. But it's a slow process. One of the things Batgoat told me is that a lot of times what's happening, there are other people who are streaming at this time too. So it's like I'm already competing against some. And the thing is too, I'm actually one of the few people. Nick is probably another one. Nick Ricada is probably another one who's actually making an actual commitment to like 5 nights a week at pretty much at the same time every night. Um, so I'm not looking to get monetized or anything like that. And these guys like Bat Goat, Anonymity, these guys have been around, for a while. and and I know you guys are chatting it up, so let me get caught up on some of your chats here. Um, they're a wooden set, left-handed. I'm right. Yeah, that can be kind of tricky. Wooden golf clubs are dope. Goofus and Gallet are our dude. Yeah, we yeah we're talking quite a bit about Goofus and Gallant Friday as well. You know, kind of interesting way to tell morals. You know, morals of stories and stuff like that. Where they present Goofus and Gallant. Highlights magazine. Ha ha ha. Yeah, as I said, I reference that because a lot of the earlier comic books from back in the 30s, from I think the 30s to the 50s, were much like, and we of course showed the comics on here as well. They were much like what highlights is kind of a little bit of a hodgepodge of everything, where you have five people here now, so that's cool as well. You got you not only have the comic stories, but you have tech stories, you have activity pages, you have game pages, puzzle pages, all that. So, um, huge VA collection worth looking into. Oh, you talking about my profiles there back go? Yeah, remember I did 60 episodes. It's 10 episodes each for each of the different dub capitals. Highlight Mag, my Gmom sub to it, and I have some still. Yeah. Um, yeah. As I was saying, a lot of the older, again, you probably would, if your depending on how old your great grandfather was when you were reading those, you might have seen some of that. Let's see. That's cool. I would love to look through old highlights from the 70s. Making some chicken teriyaki stir. Sounds good. Oh, dude, now I'm hungry. Yeah, we've had cases of bat goat and the Nymity and a few others having dinner around this time too as they're listening in. I'm gonna make a big thing of sticky rice in the rice cooker. Caramelized onions, mushrooms, green peppers, water chestnuts, some carrots, and to top it off, some steamed white rice. What are you trying to What are you trying to do there, Anonymity? Get her mouth watering? Dang, you're trying to get her good call. What are you trying to do there, Anonymity? Trying to get our mouths to water or something like that, man? Um, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go. I gotta step out for a quick moment here. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Um, see what you guys have said since I. Please repeat what you do on Friday. Um, well, on Friday, what we've been doing is we've been like I've been going back. Oh, taking kind of a historical retrospective look at comics book history. We're up through basically it went all started. The idea of comic books actually started back in 1933. We got up to 1935 thus far. We'll go through. I'll read maybe some synopses, maybe even some portions of comic. Just trying to give you an idea of how comics were published and like how they told the stories and all that. Anyways, um, I am hungry. Ha ha ha. On Fridays, it's a discussion with whoever wants to come on. If there are no guests scheduled, yeah, that's also what we've been doing too. Friday is open forum night. He's been going through old comics. Sometimes it's just talk about anything night, which means the Smurfs. I love the Smurfs. Laugh out loud. Um, I usually steer the convo towards Hanna Barbera cartoons as well, and obviously I've done so too. Classics, Rise Time. I'll be listening. Bat Goat. That sounds fun. Smurfs. No way. But you guys are talking about cooking. Anonymity is the steak, chicken, shrimp, etc. Well, yeah. Well, anonymity is usually getting home at this time as he's listening. That's why he's usually having dinner. So, and on Fridays, he's got some other activities planned usually too. So, ha ha ha. Jana, I got chicken teriyaki as well. Yeah, so we're at an hour and 15 minutes. So how are you guys liking the stream so far? Because we I not only got through some news stories there, but we've actually had a pretty good conversation going. So how you guys liking the stream tonight? We got like 5 people in here right now. Always a pleasure. Thank you, Anonymity. I really like being here. Who care how many are here? You are great. Well, thanks. Again, my like for me, the two big things I look at is communication and connection. One of the things that I do try to do with my streaming that's a little different from other people, I do try to put positive spin on a lot of stuff. Sometimes a lot of that has to do with just trying to remind people of because I know like we've seen this Tug, Yellow Flash, EDS. A lot of them, they talk about how comics are being ruined by woke culture, and which is true, and that does need to be covered. But some people talk about, well, if mainstream comics are not doing it for you, go out and do your own comics, which again is a good thing to talk about. But there's also a lot of stuff from the past too. The good old days. I'm sure you know this from when you were with your great grandfather there reading comics with him. Some of the ones he probably collected. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's nice. You know, y'all. It's a case where you always want more. You know, you know, always want more people to talk to, more perspectives to get. There's something about hearing people's positive experiences that uplifts everybody. You talk about how you remember growing up, reading a particular comic or a particular story or watching a particular cartoon or anime or what have you. You know, those things can actually be pretty cool. And sometimes, you can kind of counter the message of, from the comic, from some of these comic geek or comic pros or whatever who say, well, we are the bomb, so you just need to just sit there and take it from us. Uh, no, we don't, because there are many people who came before you who were pretty good too. So having a fun time. It keeps me coming back. Yeah, glad to hear that, Woody. Um, I love how you lean down to read the comments with your glasses. I know your notes like, just kidding. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I try to be as engaged as I can. I mean, basically, obviously, I'm not. Granted, I understand why Tug and Yellow Flash feel need to use an avatar. Obviously, I'm just me. I'm Mike. You know, Mike Walters. That's who I am. Granted, there's a few Mike Walters out there. There's the TMZ reporter, and then there's a former major league pitcher who also have the name Mike Walters. But I'm Mike. My name's Mike Walters as well. You know, um, I like anime. I like classic cartoons. I like comics. But the kind of funny thing is, a lot of people think I'm a comics guy. But the funny thing is, I didn't necessarily read comics growing up. My interest in comics actually came from the fact that I grew up watching Super Friends, and in more recent years, I decided to delve more into DC Comics and its history because part of me, for me, I would love to just venture into the DCU, get away from the world we live in. So, sure, a lot of us would, but and then going out and trying to find, finding other people to talk to about this stuff and share their experiences, make those connections. That's that's really the big thing. I mean, like for example, when Backgoat and I were talking the other night when we're like like when we're looking at the Doctor Occult story, right? And I know you weren't here, Jana. Doctor Occult was a lot of people think Superman is the first actual quote unquote superhero. Um, Actually, that's not completely true. It was Doctor Occult in New Fun number 6 by National Allied Publications, which was basically the predecessor to DC Comics. Doctor Occult was actually the first superpowered hero, or as they called him back then, superpowered mystery man. They called their heroes, and as we discovered as well, um, DC would call them mystery men, and Marvel would call them Marvels. So they're heroes. So a little bit of ha 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 ha. You have a fan here. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Jana. I hope to see you around more often. You never know. Maybe somewhere down the line you'll be a moderator too. You never know. You know? I always figured Superman was the first superhero to really take off or something. Yeah, well, Okay, Superman was the first popular. He was the more widely popular. It's kind of ironic because Doctor Occult and Superman were both created by the same people, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. When they made Doctor Occult, though, they went under the pen names of Luger and Ruths. So, um, so that's how that does. And when we do get to Action Comics #1, #1, you'll see. Um, for those of you who've ever read or got into DC Comics at all, they had a thing they called the multiverse to kind of explain kind of the differences between stories, and some of that stuff is pretty interesting too. So I'll get more into that when we get to that point. We're going to be in the early days of 1936 this Friday when Batgirl and I get together. And of course, I'll probably invite anybody else who wants to join in on the conversation, invite you on to the panel as well. So let's see, Jenna, he was called Superpower Mr. Man. Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of funny. And one of the other things I had discovered too, most of us think of when we hear the name Jor-El, we obviously think of Superman's biological father, his Kryptonian biological father, Jor-El. But actually, Luger and Ruth actually introduced a character named Jor-El in one of their other comics, but I don't have it off the top of my head at the moment. But there was another Jor-El who they used in another story that wasn't involved with Superman back in the 30s there. So again, as we go through, we'll see some of that. Obviously, I'm DC is my main interest point. I probably know more about DC comics. Haven't delved as much into Marvel comics or too much of the other stuff, but doing that now. And again, I'm just one of the things I'm trying to show you is like how the writing was back then, how they communicated stuff. Again, there's some interesting stuff there. Excuse me a moment, I gotta go off camera here for a moment. All right, so anything else you guys want to ask or talk about? Coming up on an hour and a half. I know some of you probably want to get to Nick's stream, so pretty soon here. But let's see, looks like that goat. You should look for some furikake to put on your rice. It's great. Okay, rice cooking. Rice is cooking. Little secret: wash the murky, enriched junk off your rice till the water is clear, or buy Asian rice from an Asian market. Okay. Mix with a little soy sauce too. Okay, guys, looks like Mike is leaving. I haven't. Well, we're coming down to the end here. There's still one more thing that I do before I finish up. Shanna, it's the This Day in Niche History. You might want to stick around for that. Um, I have enjoyed being here. I would love to keep convo open. Is that the stuff that can make miso base? We'll be here. History. Yep. Furikake is rice seasoning. So then, are you guys ready for for this day in niche history? I know Batgoat is. He already said it. Rest of you ready for this day in niche history? Okay, I looked into making my own miso soup. Quite complicated to do it correct. I think the miso base is dashi no moto. Yeah. All right. So okay, let's see. One more. Ready for niche time. Dashi, yes, could not find in raw form at any American stores. Has this become a cooking channel, Lavala? They're taking it that way, but I'm ready. I was just putting my ramen into hot water. Okay. Okay. Uh, about sorry. If you can find a legit Asian store, they'll usually have miso imported, and it's great. Woody wins. Ramen rules. Yeah, I love non-spicy ramen myself. So, anyways, haha. All right, guys. So let's get going then. So today being Monday, November 9th, 2020. Hey, Jana has something to say here. Bring it back to comics, please. Well, we're gonna do a little bit of comic. We're now kind of getting down towards the end of the night here, Jana. So what we're gonna probably be so what it's time for is this day in each history. And I usually will conclude the stream with this. I basically, whatever date is, I take a look back and find stuff, like it's based on this day in history kind of segment, just focusing on each topics, anime, cartoons, comics, manga, pro wrestling. We do talk some pro wrestling too. I don't know if you're into that as much, but we got served. Okay, we read that already. Gotta watch a Cecil vid before Nick's stream too. Yeah, okay. I'm serving myself delicious chicken, teriyaki fry. Okay. Anyway, so today being Monday, November 9th, 2020, let's take a look back on this day in each history. Let me just review some things myself here. 2015. And this is from 2000, I believe. Okay. So, without no further ado, guys, let's get started here. You guys are still going here. Let's see. Already saw that. Already saw that. Um, Rice stream. Nice Freudian slip. Uh, okay. Well, anyway, so today being Monday, November the 9th, 2020, let's take a look back on this date in Nietzsche history. So, first off, let's see where we shall go first here. I'm going to head back about 30 years ago today. On this date in Nietzsche history, on this date of November 9th, on this date back in 1990, the 80th issue of Grimjack, published by First Comics, went on sale on this date in 1990, 30 years ago today. Um, Editor was, of course, Alina Bennett, with Flint Henry doing the artwork for the cover. And then the main story, Grimjack, here behind Blue Eyes, was 20 of the 32 pages, written by John Ostrander. The penciler was Flint Henry. Bruce Reed Patterson did the inking. Gary Fields did the lettering. And Martin Thomas did the coloring. So on this date 30 years ago, Grimjack number 80 went on sale on this date in 1990. Come on, Mod, stop. He is trying. Yeah, anyways. Well, thank you. Anyways. So now to the next thing. You got a lot to learn, Jen. Oh, anonymity. Let's be nice. Let's be nice, guys. We know we have a little fun with Mike. He's okay with it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know there are times we've all gone off the rails a bit, but anyways, let's move on to the but that's naturally how conversations go too. Really? Sometimes, yeah, Jenna, you'd be surprised. A couple weeks ago when I had the Knuckleheads on, or when I had like Mr. Hop of the Knuckleheads on, Batgoat was co-hosting with me as well, and we basically turned a 2-hour stream into almost a 4-hour stream, just because we went off track quite a bit. Yeah, Mike is our guy. Yeah. So, anyways, moving on to the next bit of news or niche history here. On this date in 2000, on of course Cartoon Network, they concluded the showing of the OVA series Blue Submarine number 6. On this date in 2000, which was 20 years ago today, um, Blue Submarine number 6 would conclude its airing on its initial airing on Cartoon Network. Don't know if any of you remember watching it. I myself have never seen it, but um, Mike, it's okay to go off the rails, but this is a bit wrong. How's it wrong? Yeah, come on, let's be nice, guys. Okay, everyone, no more talking. Uh, Never heard of it. Yeah, I know Blue Submarine's been on Toonami a bit. Batgo. It was an OVA series from what I just read here a little bit. So anyways, um, so moving on from that, then to our last bit of niche history. Um, and this is of course from 5 years ago for the wrestling fans in the house like Woody. Um, on this date 5 years ago in 2015, WWE would host Monday Night Raw from the Manchester Arena in Manchester, England. The big story of the night was the fact that Seth Rollins, due to an injury, had been stripped of the WWE World Heavyweight title, and therefore this night marked the first set of matches in the title, which saw Roman Reigns defeating Big Show in just under 12 minutes. You had Kevin Owens defeating Titus O'Neil of the Primetime Players. Winning, you had Dolph Ziggler defeating The Miz. And you had Dean Ambrose defeating Tyler Breeze, um, as well as Cesaro defeating Sheamus. In the main event of the night, of course, you saw the New Day defeating the New Day, all three members of the New Day defeating Neville and the Usos. Um, Also had on the night Becky Lynch defeating Paige, and that's pretty much all that happened on this day in Neach history. Um, so, there you go. So, I'm glad you guys joined me tonight. I know, as I said, I know some of you probably want to get to Nick's. I know, and you said you wanted to go watch one of Cecil's vids. I enjoyed having you all here. I hope to see you all back tomorrow night, and every night, of course. I do this Monday through Friday, and then and Jana, as they explained earlier to you, yes, I open up the studio Friday night to let anybody who wants to join in the panel join in. So if you'd like, when I put you're welcome to join the panel with me and Bacco. As I said, we're going through some classic comics history there. So if you I would really enjoy it if you wish to enjoy it. I came here to learn what he knows about the comics. You went to cooking, laugh out loud, no bashing. Just wanted to know if he knew about comics, and he does. Well, thank you, Jonna. A lot of people, um, a lot of people say, a lot of people. Sometimes people think I act like I know everything. I don't know everything. I just know at least a little bit about a lot of things. Some more than others, obviously. And yes, I know quite a bit about comics because I've done my fair share of research on comics. You know, and I'm even doing even more research. It's going on Friday night is when we're going through that historical retrospect. Hope you'll join us for that as well as other things throughout the week. He knows comics, Jenna. He definitely knows. Thank you, Becca. Glad you stopped by. Right, whatever you say. All right, hey, anonymity, be nice. Okay, I don't think she, I think I don't think she was trying to, be mean or anything like that. She was just wanting things. She was just wanting to keep everything on the straight and narrow. That's cool too. You know, sometimes things happen, but we're all friends here, right? Want to make sure that everybody's welcome here. You know, all friends because we all have a common interest here. It's the niche culture. Some of us are more into anime. Some of us are more into comics. Some of us are more into cartoons. Some of us are more into manga. Some of us are more into pro wrestling. You know, some of us are even into classic television as well. So I mean, you know, little diversion isn't bad as long as you can get back on track eventually. So let me see what you guys have been saying here as I've been rambling on here a bit. You know when I'm not nice. Ha ha ha. Anon is just fun and we cool. Sorry guys. That's okay, Jana. You're new. You're just getting maybe I don't know how much you know each individual. You probably if you've been on Tugstream a bit, you probably know Batgoat the most of all. He's a mod over there. I'm also mod over there. Um, as I said, you're always welcome. I hope you'll come back and join us. Um, she would make a good moderator. Just give her a wrench. Yeah, maybe I would. Son of Woody, you make a good point there. Let me see if I can pull this off. So you should now, the next comment you make, Jenna, you should see that I just gave you a little gift. No apologies, you're fine. I'll just be sure to not talk about anything else. And Energy, don't worry about it. Or that dang rice. I just wanted to hear what he knows about the comics. Gamer from Mars made me a a mod 2 weeks ago. Then watch J Argo did crazy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So Jana, obviously you're a big comics fan. What would let's try to before I leave. Let's try to put a bit more of a positive spin on this, so we're not leaving with any like you know, lingering animosity here. Jana, I see you're a big comics fan. What's your favorite comic? Why don't you tell us about your favorite comic? I guess chat kind of knows me now. Laugh out loud. That goat is infamous. Oh, true. I don't know if you heard me, Jana. I'd asked if if you asked if what was your. Oh, there we go. Wow. I was not asking for that anonymity. You need to check how you talk to someone you don't know. All good. I will be a fan of Mike's. He's so sweet. Oh, thank you, Jana. That's very nice of you to say. As I said, I do want to try to end this on a positive note. Jana, why don't you tell us about like what your favorite what some of your favorite comics are? Same to you, Jana. Watch. All right. Okay. I Guys, freeze. Let's calm down. Let's move on from it. Okay. Let's just kind of move on from this. Okay. I understand what Jana was trying to do, and I appreciate it. And I also know anonymity. You both. There's no need to keep pushing this. Okay. We're all friends here. Okay. Let's try to move on from this. let's see. Hope. Um, hey Jana, we were just doing some light teasing. Please be cool. Oh, I'm out. Okay. See you later, anonymity. Yeah, that didn't go too well. I I think she said she had her grandpa's old collection, and I know you know tons about history. You've been talking comics history a lot lately. Yeah, well, Woody, yeah, Woody, because you know, here's the thing, and let me go back to that too. I'll go back to that because it looked like Jana said something here after just after you did. I came here from Tug and found you were very informative. Yeah, I try to be. The reason is as and as I said earlier too. As I said earlier too. Um, I I didn't grow up reading comics. Okay, my interest in comics came much later. It came more in the last few years. A lot of that had to do with the fact that I was a big cartoon fan growing up. I loved, one of the probably one of my all-time favorite shows I grew up watching was Super Friends. Okay, and with that, for me, I grew up watching Super Friends. I loved Super Friends, and I also, of course, watched the '90s DCAU stuff. Um, and because I had such an interest in that, I wanted to learn more about the DCU. So I decided to start looking into its history and looking back. Found these sites like Mike's Amazing World of Comics. Bat Goat knows this. A number of sites that I done numerous researches on. Um, just getting into those. Well, we see what's going on in the world around us right now, and there's that part of me, and I'm sure a part of a lot of you too, who just want to go back to simpler times. We don't need to see like what had just happened a few minutes ago between anonymity and Jana there. We got enough of that stuff going around, and I'm not dumping on you, Jen. I hope you don't think I'm dumping on you on that. Okay. I just think that situation got a little out of hand there. I think somebody needed to just stop. Didn't matter who. Just it's sometimes you have to understand that in life, sometimes you have to know when to push and when not to push. Okay. We have we as a society we've gotten away from the idea of being able to disagree. Sometimes to maintain relationships or maintain friendships, that's what you have to do. Sometimes you just have to walk away from. But anyways, I see that people are dropping out here, so let me at least catch some of these comments here. Um, okay, read it. True that, Woody. Yeah, well, these smaller screens are probably like, I guess that's the thing too, is because I'm a small, because I'm not as known and don't have as many people, I can actually pay attention. I actually want to make the connection with you people. I know Tug does that too. Tug wants to really make the connection with people. I do too. Do you ever watch Dot and got the Oh, you talking about like the Dot Hack series, like Dot Hack.com and all that? Yes, I did. That's another one of my favorites. I like the music from it. I've seen, yeah, I have the four video games. I've seen all the different animes like Dot Hack 9, seen Dot Hack Twilight, Dot Hack Root. So that's pretty cool. All good, Mike. Let's press on. Yeah, I mean, I that's what I'm trying to do here. I apologize. That's okay, Jana. You know, as my goal is to try to make it a positive, even for myself, because I can get pretty hot and heated at times too. You know, but I thank you for apologizing. I just hope that maybe anonymity will think about what was going on there, and maybe we can move on from that and come back when everybody comes back. You know, tomorrow night we won't have any drama. You know, we'll just be able to just get together and talk niche and have some fun. You know, you know. I mean, for me, I don't really crack down on like what people say or what have you. I mean, there are some things that I just really would prefer people not say. There are certain words, and of course, Woody and Backup know like for me personally, I don't like when people use the word, the R word, retard, because I myself am a developmentally disabled individual, and I got picked on a lot growing up because of my disabilities. I have a mild cerebral palsy on one side of my body, club foot, and I'm also on the spectrum. Probably picked that part up already, you know. Um, but ultimately you can't really force people. Most people are pretty respectful of my views on not just the word use of the word retard, but you notice I don't really try to swear too much either. And I have my views on that too. But anyways, bad coach got. I'm gonna I'm gonna tend to my rice. Peace out, y'all. See you tomorrow. Well, thanks, Bat Goat. That'll be kind of a nice surprise. You were telling me the other day you were only going to be able to be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you can come here tomorrow as well, that's cool too. You're always welcome, my friend. Thank you. We don't use Game Awards. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Well, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight and joining me, and I hope you guys, aside from the little drama from earlier, I hope you guys did have fun. Um, and I hope to see you guys. I hope to see you all and more back tomorrow night. And as always, if you guys can help by liking and sharing the streams when we have them, that helps too. See if we can get some more people in here. You know, get the word out. Maybe we can get some more people in here and some different perspectives. Anyways, I shall bid you all adieu. I'll just catch these last couple of comments and then we'll be out. So I have never had someone come against me like that, but it is what it is. Yeah, Jana, just try not to let it get to you. Everybody has their moments. Let's just get past it. Peace, y'all. Amen to that. That go. Amen to that. Peace, y'all. It's been great. Thank you. You're welcome. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Hopefully, no drama. No more drama. Let's just try to keep the drama out of it. Anyways, hope you all had fun, and I shall hopefully see you all tomorrow night. Bye.